guys? It's John, and I figured I'd run through tonight's games. We had like three games that were leg threes for 4 units that were at like 10 o'clock. So actually, we had two, and then one was a leg two, but we had a good bit of units in play that ran until after midnight. Almost some of the games went longer than that. So I couldn't get my video out as early as I wanted because we had no idea where we were as far as a recap. I always like to do a recap. So anyway, I got all of our plays for tomorrow. Today it's funny, maybe not funny, but just interesting. Ton of plays, and I think we finished +2, so nothing crazy. I'll take a profitable day though, of course, over a -1. Heat was rough because we would have gone 3-0 on our leg threes, and obviously it would have been an even better day, but we got clipped. I'm sure a lot of you might have got the 6.5 because it moved not too long after I did my video, but unfortunately I got the 5.5. So anyway, I'm going to run through all these. We got Hampton covers. I almost took that money line. It really looked enticing. So flip that in Stonehill, and it would have been nice because Stonehill we lost either way. They wouldn't have covered the spread, but Hampton won, and I just had a feeling about that. But anyway, so that's +1. Stonehill, it was a leg two that we lost, so that's -1. -2 units, so -1. Michigan got blown out, so -2. East and West Illinois did go over, so +2. Again, I love that play. It was a great metric play. Denver brings us up to +3. UC Irvine brings us up to +5. And Stephen F. Austin, a 2-point game, so that could have been a rough clip. So, again, they go both ways for us. +9. Hawks, again, letting us down. Nothing new there. -8. Spurs is another one. I was tempted to take the money line because you got Chet versus Wemby. I thought they were finally going to give the Spurs their win over the Thunder, and they did get it. But, again, it's hard to tell sometimes, in my opinion, like when the money lines are going to come through. Hampton, it would have been nice. I thought it was going to come through, but it didn't. And then where's another one? I can't remember which one it was, but anyway, there was another one where the money line would have came through nice. But anyway, so +9 with the Spurs coming through. The Heat got clipped, like I said, so back to +5. Knicks did not win or cover, so +3. Casper did win. He's playing right now, actually. I didn't know him and Shelton were playing, but they played like that's what's hard with tennis. I did this video last night, and we didn't know who the winners were going to be, so it's kind of hard to pick the next match. But anyway, that's +2. Rune, he covered, so we missed that, so that's +1. And Sloane Stevens came through with the cover for +2. So a lot of plays, and again, nothing crazy. We always want to do it as good as we can, so the Heat would have been great. But again, I'll take 2 out of 3 on leg threes and a modest 2 units. It's nothing crazy, but at least we're getting back into the positive. So we had a pretty rough start too. We missed Stonehill, missed Michigan, missed all the Hawks. Like a lot of the early games missed. Then the later games like UC Irvine, Stephen F. Austin, and well, not the Heat, but those two specifically, we got 8 units from, or 6 units from these two. Denver was a late game; they came through, so we did good in the late games. But yeah, looking like a +2 unit day, and then we don't have a ton of plays tomorrow. There's just not a lot of plays that jumped out at me, but here are the ones I got. I got Old Dominion covering Georgia Southern +4.5. Again, considered the money line, but just sticking with the spread. Old Dominion's terrible against the spread. Marist, I like them to cover Fairfield because the records look like people should take Fairfield. I don't know why Marist is a favorite, to be quite honest, and they suck. They don't suck, but they're bad against the spread. So another unit play. I'll lie, the 1.5. Iona Quinnipiac, I saw when I was scrolling the spreads, or not the spreads, but the games. And again, it was one of those double takes where I thought, oh, did I see that backwards? And I didn't. Again, I know it's not always about the record, but I just think Iona looks like trash, and people should definitely not be on them. So I'm taking Iona here, -2.5 as a leg 3 for 4 units. Queens Kennesaw State, while Queens goes over a lot, it's at 172.5. So I'm not going to go nuts with it. I'm just going to do 1 unit that it goes under, play the metric, but I understand when it's set that high, people might be on the under. Unlike Air Force, who also go over like 60 something, 70 something percent of the time, and it's only set at 139.5, which is very weird. Again, East and West Illinois we just took because they never go over, and that matchup was set at 133.5. So, you figure, for me it's weird. So I just don't see why people wouldn't be on the over here. So I like this for 4 units as a leg 3 for Air Force to go under. Celtics cover Mavs. 9.5 seems kind of heavy. Again, the Mavs let us down a lot. We went through this with when they just played the Raptors, and we're going to be going into the Raptors next, so pretty fitting. But I think more people are going to be on the Mavs here. Looking at the money line possibility, and you're almost getting 10 points for a good team. So I think the Celtics smash them here. So I got the Celtics -9.5 for 2 units. And our final 4 unit play for leg 3. So we got 3 leg 3s again tomorrow. So if we can hit 2 of 3, again, it'll probably be another profitable day. I got the Raptors winning. After the Warriors just destroyed the Knicks, and the Raptors just got blown out by the Mavericks, you just can't tell me people aren't going to be on the Warriors. This has to be a trap, so I love the Raptors to win leg 3 for 4 units. Bulls, I'm going with the cover. Thought about taking the money line, but I have a feeling we could see a 2-3 point game with these guys, so going to take the Bulls to cover for 2 units. Just looks, again, like a trap. I don't know why a team that's barely going to make the play-in is going to basically be a 1 possession game with a team that is an odds-on favorite, second odds-on favorite to win the East. Makes no sense. And now we're on to tennis. So I got Bublik covering Rublev. I went with the alt cover. So again, this is why I like tennis. A lot of times you can pay out nice. The actual spread is 3.5 games, but you're looking at about -120. So I went with 2.5 games. So again, with these games, really what happens so many times is, Rublev will come out, say, and, win the first set 6-4. And in the second set, he loses 6-3. And then basically we got it. Because then he'd have to win the third set by some crazy margin. So, yes, it could be exactly 3 games. I get it. But I think if he covers the 3.5, he'll probably cover 2.5. So I got Bublik covering that for +150 for 2 units. Oh, okay. Then we got Humbert. I got him beating Medi. I thought about taking the cover because he's definitely covering, I think. I think Medi people are going to be all over him. And again, it's another deal where it's like 2 games, 3 game. It's not like Medi's like a 5-game favorite. It's a very relatively close matchup. So, again, I think people are going to be all over Medi here. So I'm taking Humbert to win outright. I like the +230. Looks like a trap. And then Mute, whatever you say, a stupid name. I got him covering Jari with the 4 games. And that's for 2 units. So I got the cover there, and on Bublik with the alt cover. Humbert, I got winning straight up. So hopefully we get back to winning ways with tennis. I don't think it's a coincidence. The last couple of days not too good with tennis. Down days. Today was +2, but would have been a lot better had tennis done better for us, which tennis have been really coming through as of late. So, obviously tennis isn't to blame for doing bad today. We were not, I don't like to say bad. We did +2. I guess I say bad because we went 2 out of 3 on our leg 3s. And typically that's going to net us better than a +2. But tennis, we were only -1 today. So nothing crazy, but still want to go ahead and improve our tennis hit rate. And again, I'll take it. The Heat was a rough clip, but technically Stephen F. Austin was a clip in our favor. East Illinois, West Illinois was a backdoor cover. That game went over at the last second. So, there's a few that went our way. So, I'm definitely not going to complain. And I'll take the +2. So, I don't mean to say bad day, but I just, typically when we go 2 out of 3 on leg 3s, we're going to be around +5 or better. But either way, positive day. I think we're at +2.9 on the week because Chris had emailed me and I had gone into. I said we were right around even on the week, and he said we were indeed at +0.9 coming into today. So now we're plus 2.9. So again, just looking to finish out the week with another plus sign. It would be 8 out of the last 9 weeks, which is obviously tough to do. And the system, I think, it just, again, I think it speaks very high, the testament about the system when we can consistently hit. So yeah, these are all the guys I like. Here are the tennis matchups. Again, Air Force here, Iona, and Raptors has been going to be a big one. And just in general, we have a lot of leg twos, good bit of leg threes. So I think we have another strong day tomorrow. I said this about today, but I think it's definitely going to be the case for tomorrow. Just because, again, we got 3 leg threes going, which means you can't split them. We're either going to get 1 of the 3, 2 of the 3, etc. All 3, get none. We're not going to have 50-50 it. So tomorrow, technically today now, probably going to be the day that decides the week. So we're either probably, going to improve and move close to like double-digit profit on the week by having a strong day tomorrow, technically today, you know what I mean? Or it could knock us into the negatives. I think it's going to be the former. So yeah, again, another positive day, nothing crazy, but I will take it. And I do like a lot of these plays for tomorrow. Again, we don't have a ton tomorrow, but I was able to pick the ones that I liked, and I think they'll come through. So take care, and happy earnings.